The Frost Age scenery is now available, and this video will be a closer look at some of the details. This scenery is set within a snow-covered area near some cliffs. On one of the cliff tops we can see the aircraft from the previous Wasteland scenery's crash, and it's now covered in snow and ice. The two engines have become detached and lay destroyed on the ground. The play area has light grey tiles with a row of larger slabs around the edge. This is an XL scenery, meaning it's possible to zoom out and pan around further than standard sceneries. To the northwest we can see a wall with an archway in the middle. On top of the pillars of the archway are two glowing meteors, possibly taken from the engine of the crashed aircraft. We can see a number of vents leading up from the ground with smoke or steam rising from them, suggesting there could be some underground structures. On the western corner of the wall we can see a large stone statue of what could be the barbarian king with a sword. On the northern corner we see another statue that has a helmet with horns, a round shield and a spear. If we follow the path through the archway, it leads to a tunnel in the cliff face that has a blue glow radiating from it. There are stone steps either side with smaller tunnels, and above the main opening is a stone head with horns. To the northeast we can see a smaller stone archway with a couple of blue flags flying above it. There are more vents on this side too. Outside the walls we can see a goblin and a hog rider chopping some logs. The goblin places the log on the block and the hog rider chops it with an axe. Every so often, one of the logs freezes the area where it splits and some runes glow on the axe face. Following the path through the archway, we see some steps leading up to an opening on another cliff face that has large tree roots growing around it. On the roots around the opening, we can see a number of electro owls perched with glowing eyes. On the eastern corner of the wall, we see another stone statue with a horn and an axe. To the southeast, there's another archway with blue flags flying above it. On either side of the pathway leading away from it, we see two totems with glowing blue runes on them. Nearby we can see two barbarians throwing snowballs at a wizard, and he shoots them with his finger. When he's not looking, one of the barbarians throws a snowball that hits him in the head. In the deeper snow we can see some large bones and a skull of a creature that has some large teeth. To the southwest is another archway, and outside the walls are two large vents covered with a grate. In the snow beside them there are two goblins creating snow angels. Down some stone steps there's another two totems either side of the pathway. At the foot of the cliffs there's another large skull with two curved tusks. The boat to the builder base has a similar design to usual, however it's covered in a heavy frost and has three skis attached to enable it to slide across the snow. If it hasn't been repaired yet, the mast is broken and the deck is damaged. The clan capital Blimp has similar design, covered in frost. The forge area has the usually empty barrels full of ice and the campfires buried under snow. The super sauna and trader tent are covered in frost too, however the trader is undeterred and stood outside trading as usual. When viewing this scenery, there's custom background music. This scenery is available to purchase from the offer shown in the in-game shop. If you're planning on making any purchases and like to support my work, please consider using code NINJA. Thanks for watching.